Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of NP Weekly, the weekly webcast show that brings you up to date on all the latest news in the world of North Park athletics. I am your host, Kevin Shepke, and for the first half of the show, we'll be talking with head coach Mike Conway of the North Park football team. Unfortunately, the Vikings are coming off a 31-28 loss to Concordia University, Concordia University, Wisconsin this past Saturday night, but still was the season opener for both teams. Vikings had some pretty solid individual performances as well as just an overall strong team performance. Then later on in the show, I'll be taking you around the horn and updating you on the latest news on the other sports going on in the fall season. So, how you doing, Mike?
I'm good, man. Good to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's talk a bit about Saturday night's game. Unfortunately, yeah, you guys had a 31-28 loss, but I think probably the biggest thing to talk about here was you guys were down 28-13 in this game, 14-0 actually in this game, and you come back to tie it at 28-28. Talk a bit about the resiliency of the guys and able to come back and just do that for what was just an unbelievable comeback.
Well, yeah, I mean we like to think that we're fighters, and we're going to fight every game for 4 quarters, no matter who we play against, and no matter what the score is. And if you fight for 4 quarters and you play that way, you got a chance to win. Mm-hmm. Some of them you're going to win, and we almost won that one. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it was just an amazing atmosphere. It was a lot of fans. It was exciting, and I think somebody told me, nobody left. Mm-hmm. I mean, we gave them a pretty darn good game. It was probably atmosphere that we haven't had at North Park for a football game for a while. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty exciting. You've seen a lot more than I have, but it was pretty fun. And it was, you're going into, we held them for almost the whole last 2 quarters. I mean, they scored a field goal with 40-some seconds to go in the game, and we held them down there and gave our kids a chance to go down. We only had 40 seconds. We didn't have a timeout, and we threw one to the end zone and almost caught it. Yeah. Darn near would have been an unbelievable comeback, and it'd be an unbelievable victory. But we don't always measure victories. There are small victories in games and in programs, and I think us to be able to compete against a team like Concordia, Wisconsin, who's a playoff team, and they're 8-2 last year. They went to the playoffs, and for us to be able to to bang with them for 4 quarters and be there at the end. I mean, I think it's I guess you can call it not a moral victory, but in some ways, we're progressing, I think, as a program and playing against better people, and we're competing. So as much as we'd like to make that catch at the end, and there's a lot of other things we'd like to done better in the game, the kids fought and they played as hard as they could, and I couldn't ask for anything more than that.
Talking about what the offense was able to do, 99 offensive plays. I'm still trying to look into a record book to see if that is a record. I haven't found it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and say that it is a record. I think 99 offensive plays that's the first time North Park has ever recorded something like that in a game. Talking about what you guys were able to do in that sense.
Well, I mean, that's attributed to our coaching staff offensively. I thought the guys did a great job of controlling the football and moving it down and being patient, and executing for the most part. Mm-hmm. If you get 500+ yards and you have 31 first downs, you're doing something right. Mm-hmm. I mean, offensively, yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, but we missed a couple opportunities to get points down in the red zone, which we'd have liked to have. And obviously, at the end of the game, not only touchdowns would have been great down there, but a couple field goals would have been good. But it's the way it goes, and we still had an opportunity to win the game. So to me, there's so much area for improvement on every phase of the game for us. But I think offensively, we threw for almost 400 yards, and I think our running backs performed as well as those 2 guys that performed. I mean, their first and second guys missed them. I mean, they made people miss, and they ran hard, and they got first downs on 4th down when we needed them. And I thought we executed very well for the most part. And the good thing is, you have so much more of an area for improvement that. I think our guys are confident about how we hung in there with those guys. But offensively, John Baer and our guys offensively, I thought did a great job of preparing for an opener, which you really don't know what they're going to do. Yeah. And actually, they didn't do what we expected them to do defensively. So we made some good adjustments offensively, and we did a great job. I was really proud of the guys, proud of the coaches, and and I was proud of the offensive football players too, all the way across.
Talk a bit about too just the atmosphere. I know you and I touched on it briefly. Near sellout crowd. I think we had over 2,100 people was the recorded attendance. Talk a bit about just what that meant, not just for the team, but for former players that were in attendance, alumni that was in attendance, parents, just everybody that was there. Talk about what kind of atmosphere it was for them out there.
Well, it's what our program deserves, and it's what our kids deserve, I think. And we respected our military. It was a Military Appreciation Day, and we had great. We had color guard. We had a cool tunnel that the Go Army gave us,
Yeah.
and we recognized our ROTC program and the Army Reserve area in this area, and we had great military personnel there, and it was really fun. I mean, I think it provided to help the environment, but I think a lot of people are excited about Viking football for first time in a while. So I think it meant a lot. I mean, it meant a lot that we have a chance to provide some excitement.
Okay.